What is going on? What is poppin' YouTube world? My name is Ghiman Mckinney, or you can just call me Juice, because that is my nickname. I appreciate you guys for watching this video today. Be sure to smash this like button right about now, as it does help these videos get to the public and my channel to grow overall. Subscribe to the channel if you're new as well. I do post a ton of great sports videos weekly and almost every single day if I can. And turn on post notifications too, so you do not miss a single one of those videos that I post. Is only right, you guys. Let's talk about Eli Manning's legacy. Where does Eli Manning rank all time in NFL history at the quarterback position? I've already established in separate videos that Eli Manning's a Hall of Famer. If you don't think Eli Manning's a Hall of Famer, I think you are on crack. This guy's top 10 in mostly every meaningful statistical category. He's top 7 in touchdowns, top 7 in yards. He's one of the 3 best playoff quarterbacks I've ever seen, behind Tom Brady and Joe Montana. He's the most durable quarterback in NFL history, arguably. Never missed a single game due to injury. Eli Manning is one of 5 players in NFL history to have 2 Super Bowl MVPs. Okay, and he did it all in the big market of New York City. Pretty impressive 16-year career. And if you think Eli Manning is not a Hall of Famer, I just think you're silly. I really do. But where does he rank all time? Where does Eli Manning rank among the all-time great quarterbacks? I would say Eli Manning ranks anywhere from the top 20 to the top 15 greatest quarterbacks of all time. And in my opinion, he's probably top 15. You know, he's in that Big Ben Roethlisberger, Russell Wilson, and Kurt Warner boat. These are guys that are pretty good quarterbacks that are just kind of outside the top 10 and not quite there yet, and probably will not quite get there, okay? Eli Manning is in that Big Ben Roethlisberger, Kurt Warner, and Russell Wilson boat. That's the class of quarterbacks that he's in, okay? And I believe Eli Manning is arguably one of the most underrated quarterbacks in NFL history. That's just my opinion, okay? Now, the reason why I don't have Eli Manning in my top 10 or any higher than top 15 is because he just had too many shortcomings in his career. He had too many shortcomings to justify putting him in the top 10, okay? For his career, he had a 117 and 117 record. He missed the playoffs 10 times in 16 seasons. 6 times in his career, Eli Manning finished the season with a below 500 record. And Eli Manning was a top 5 quarterback, if I'm being nice, maybe once in his career. Maybe once he was top 5. He was probably top 10 most of his prime, but arguably top 10, top 15 most of his career. He was average to above average most of his career. Nothing special. He wasn't Aaron Rodgers. He wasn't Drew Brees. He wasn't an elite talent. Never quite Peyton Manning. Never quite Dan Marino. Never quite Tom Brady. He was never a transcendent type quarterback. He was never elite for a consistent period of time in his career at the quarterback position. He also led the league in interceptions 3 times. So as great of a career as Eli Manning has had, he's got some baggage on his resume, okay? No doubt. He's had some shortcomings. However, Eli Manning's resume takes off when you talk about the playoffs, okay? To me, like I said, I've said it for a long time, Eli Manning is one of the 3 best playoff quarterbacks I've ever seen. Tom Brady, Joe Montana, Eli Manning. Those are the 3 best quarterbacks if you're just talking solely the playoffs. If I'm taking quarterbacks for a playoff run, those are the quarterbacks I'm probably taking off the board. I'm not taking Peyton Manning. I'm not taking Drew Brees. I'm not taking those quarterbacks. They didn't come through for me consistently as much as these 3 quarterbacks came through for their teams in the playoffs. Eli Manning, in his runs to winning 2 Super Bowls, knocked off Tony Romo when he was 13-3. Knocked off Brett Favre when he was 13-3. Beat a former MVP in Matt Ryan. Knocked off 15-1 Aaron Rodgers, who won MVP that year. He beat the 13-3 San Francisco 49ers on the road. Most of these wins that Eli Manning had was on the road en route to getting to the Super Bowl. And not to mention, he beat Tom Brady at one point when he was a 13-point underdog at one point. That's crazy. A Super Bowl team is a 13-point underdog. That shows you that's defying the odds. That's overcoming adversity. That's elevating a sorry team. Okay? Eli Manning never had a whole lot of talent around him. Outside of later in his career when he had Saquon Barkley and Odell Beckham Jr., and by the way, at that time, Eli Manning was a shot fighter. outside of those guys, who was really elite that Eli Manning ever really had? Not too many guys. You can't name too many guys. He won the Super Bowl with the 32nd ranked rushing attack, with virtually no running back at times. And outside of Michael Strahan and Justin Tuck on those Giants defenses, who really was on that defense? Name me the cornerbacks. Name me the linebackers. Name me the safeties. Name me the other guys on the defense besides Michael Strahan and Justin Tuck. Those are two names. A defense has more than two players on it, okay? I think Giants fans can tell me who those people are. I think hardcore NFL fans can tell me who those people are. But among the mainstream media and just general NFL fans, no one knows who those players were. So this myth that Eli Manning had this elite defense is false. The defense definitely came alive in the playoffs, but they feed it off of Eli Manning's energy, in my opinion. And also, Eli Manning quietly put up great numbers. He's top 10 to top 7 in almost every statistical category that matters at the quarterback position. He's top 7 in touchdown passes. He's top 7 in yards thrown at the quarterback position. He's top 10 in completions, okay? This guy, Eli Manning, was consistent. He was durable. And for 16 years in his career, he never missed a start due to injury. He's the most durable quarterback of all time. And I've said it time and time again. I know it might be a hot take, but Eli Manning, to me, is the best quarterback from the 2004 NFL draft class. That includes being better than Ghiman Mckinney. That includes being better than Phil A. The reason why is because, look, Phil A. he's not accomplished enough. We're going to throw him out the way. Okay, Phil A. he might have a better career record than Eli Manning, but he virtually did nothing in the playoffs, and he was never a top 5 quarterback either, just like Eli Manning, okay? It comes down to Ghiman Mckinney versus Eli Manning. Ghiman Mckinney, to me, was the most talented quarterback from that draft class, meaning he could do more with his arm. He was more consistent. That's why he made the playoffs more. However, I don't think Ghiman Mckinney wins 2 Super Bowls with those Giants teams that Eli Manning has. He might win 1 Super Bowl, but I don't think he wins 2. The reason why is because Eli Manning, he did a lot with not great teams. Ghiman Mckinney has always, and I repeat, always had help. Elite wide receivers, elite offensive lines, elite defenses, elite running games, elite coaching staffs. Eli Manning never had those things. And my argument is that, look, they both have 2 Super Bowls. Eli Manning's 2 Super Bowl runs are more impressive than Big Ben's because Ghiman Mckinney does not have 2 Super Bowl MVPs like Eli Manning. He's got 1 Super Bowl MVP, but the other Super Bowl, you could argue Ghiman Mckinney was carried because Ghiman Mckinney had the worst Super Bowl passer rating in NFL history, and he still won the game because he had a great team around him. He played awful in that first Super Bowl that he won. Eli Manning was the reason his team won every single time in the playoffs and every single time in the Super Bowl, okay? And I could argue that Eli Manning, at worst, wins 2 Super Bowls in Pittsburgh and probably wins more because I can only imagine when Eli Manning was in his prime, how many more Super Bowls he could have won if the Giants surrounded him with a better offensive line, with a better wide receiver core, with a better running game. I can only imagine because Eli Manning, he showed you he can win Super Bowls with not a lot of talent around him. So I think that Eli Manning winning those 2 Super Bowls, they're more impressive than Ghiman Mckinney's 2 Super Bowls to me. And I think Eli Manning just did more with less. And I think that to a certain extent you can argue that Ghiman Mckinney may have underachieved in Pittsburgh. He didn't disappoint probably, but I think he could have did more. And I think that Eli Manning will be one of those quarterbacks to where if you put him on that team, he would have done more. So in conclusion, Eli Manning goes down as one of the most underrated quarterbacks in NFL history. To me, he's top 15 all time. You can make the argument probably maybe top 20 if you want to dock him for his shortcomings, but again, he was never elite. He was kind of inconsistent at times, but Eli Manning, when it came to the playoffs, he was money. And when it came to those Super Bowl runs, those are runs that are unmatched. And you could not tell the story of the NFL without talking about Eli Manning. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer, one of the greatest quarterbacks I've ever seen. And to me, Eli Manning goes down as one of the 15 greatest quarterbacks to ever live. Be sure to comment where you agree with me and disagree with me. Love to hear what you guys have to say in the comment section. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this video today. Be sure to smash this like button right now if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to my channel if you're new as well. I do post a ton of great sports videos weekly and almost every single day if I can. A fun fact about me is I want to go into the sports broadcasting and media world. I want to become one of the next great sports broadcasters and analysts out in the world. Kind of like Colin Cowherd, Stephen A. Smith, Shannon Sharp. You get the point. Okay, I want to do sports, television, and radio for a full living once I graduate from the University of Toledo, a college in Northern Ohio. I currently am a freshman there right now. So the best thing you guys can do to just help me continue to grow as a young broadcaster is to just share this channel with all your friends, because potentially if this channel really gets somewhere, I want to start my own network, okay? Or potentially if it doesn't, or if I fall a little bit short, I want to go into a big time network like ESPN or Fox Sports 1. So the best thing you guys can do to just flat out just help me grow as a broadcaster, help me learn, get other people hip to this channel, just share this channel with all your friends, share this channel on Facebook, share it on Twitter, share it on Instagram, all that good stuff. Also, be sure to follow me on all my social media platforms. And once again, guys, just share this channel with everyone you know. Get everyone hipped and watching these videos. Get my voice out there and heard. Share it on Facebook, share it on Twitter, share it on Instagram, all that good stuff. It's been your boy, Ghiman Mckinney, or you can just call me Juice. I appreciate all you guys for tuning in today. I really do. Have a God bless day. Stay motivated, you guys, and I'm out.